there. My bad. Here's the HobbyKing Bixler 2. This is HobbyKing's new plane to the Bixler series. A nice pusher plane, very similar to the Wild Hawk, the AXN, the Skyhawk, all those planes, very similar design. So this is their new plane. It's got a few upgrades to it. One is that the wingspan is about 10 centimeters longer, so it gives it a little bit extra lift. Also, they added these nice nylon hinges. You can see them right here to the ailerons as well as the flaps. The flaps are optional, so they don't come installed, but they have it pre-cut out. They have the pre-mounted servos slots, and if you add them, it's really nice because you can just throw them in there. Great for landing. I highly recommend it if you're gonna put this plane together. A few different upgrades that they have compared to the first Bixler. The nose is a little bit bigger, so you can hold more batteries. You can hold more FPV gear and stuff like that. Under here, we got a nice little magnetic hatch. Snaps right in. You can hold plenty of room for your batteries, receivers, all that good stuff back there. Back here for the power, so we got a new motor. This is, I think, a 13 or 1400 kV motor. It swings a bigger prop, a 7x4 prop. So I actually like that. It's more efficient, it's a little bit quieter. It's not quite as speedy, but I think it's a good motor for this type of plane. Also, you'll notice that on the bottoms, they added some skid plates. So you got a plastic skid plate there, you got a plastic skid plate down there. You also have carbon fiber going across the wing spars as well as a carbon fiber going down the main fuselage. They add some air holes for some nice ventilation, which is always good. And see, going back here, you have your rudder, elevator. Nothing big here. They also added the nylon hinges for both the elevator as well as the rudder, which is nice too. So, you know, a few small upgrades. I think that they didn't do a lot because the Bixler 1 was such a good plane that there's no reason to do a whole lot. They added the flaps, which is probably the biggest thing. And overall, it's a great plane. So overall, this plane flies fantastic. It's a great flying plane. It can really handle everything. I took it out in calm conditions. I took it out in super windy conditions. And it really can handle just about anything that you throw at it. In terms of flight, it can do everything that you want it to do. It can do loops, it can do rolls, it can fly inverted, it's really stable. It doesn't tip stall, it can go pretty slow as well. And with the addition of the flaps, it makes landing and flying slow just that much easier. So flight-wise, this is a great plane. I have no complaints whatsoever. So in terms of the design and the build of the plane, this is actually an area where I think they could have some improvements. One thing that I criticize them on is the main spar that goes through the wings. It's hollow, and during my first crash, which wasn't too bad of a crash, that thing broke. So that's kind of a pain in the butt. Also, the plastic skids on the bottom aren't glued on very well, so they actually both came off and I lost them after a few flights. And the carbon fiber spar running along the fuselage too. It's not glued in very well either. So, you know, if you get the plane, I would either glue it on or tape it on so that's more secure, because those things will fall off as well. And then lastly, the thing I don't like about it is the way that the wings join together. So on this new design, the wings join together, and there's two screws that go into the bottom that join the wings together. And it's just a pain in the butt to try to get those screws in the wings like there. And I find out that they didn't really hold that well either. So, you know, I think that there needs to be some better design for holding the wings together. Maybe a rubber band system or something like that. But that's also another complaint in terms of design. But otherwise, it's a really durable plane. It's got really high quality foam. It has the nice hinges, great canopy with the magnets. It's got the flaps. The motor's got plenty of power. So overall, the design and build is great, but not perfect.